Tommy G here, and this is going to be a very important video because it's going to show you the mega trend that's happening right now across all businesses, across all networks, impacting the world really, all right? And it's because the whole world has shifted its attention. Now, if you look back at history, we have around the 1950s is where we really started seeing television ads, direct mail, radio ads, newspaper, and physical stores being the main platforms where people's attentions were focused on, and that's where advertising and marketing went to. It flowed the entertainment on TV, the entertainment on radio, and different direct mail campaigns, things like that. All the entertainment and advertising were on these platforms, and it was only the big corporations that were able to leverage these, okay, because there was only a few markets, a few places that could really benefit from it, and from them using that, big companies were able to grow and scale. Well, the thing is, right now the world has shifted its attention. Okay. And right now in 2019, there is a brand new landscape. All right. Just like the earth has a landscape where brick and mortar businesses are built, there's a new landscape that is being built around the world. And there's new platforms. There's a new landscape that businesses being built. And you're probably aware of them. All right. In 2019, now we have Facebook, we have YouTube, we have different blogs, Instagram, podcasts, the Amazon store, making it easier than ever for businesses to be able to market their goods and services and reaching their target customers in a way never possible at this level of scale and profitability, okay? To where in 2019 and beyond, if you are not leveraging super platforms like these, okay, your business will lose, all right? You are not able to get the attention of your ideal customer if you are not using these platforms, because television ads, physical stores, newspapers, radio ads, direct mail, none of these things are nearly as viable and as profitable as using these new platforms, okay? Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, how do I win by using them? Well, there's a certain way that you need to know how to use super platforms. So you have the big ones, and this is how you need to be thinking of it. There's big super platforms like Facebook, Google, YouTube, all right? These are the big three players, and they all have their own sphere of influence that they've been able to build. Facebook has this news feed that constantly keeps people's attention because you're constantly getting to see what's happening in the world. It connects people. Google is an endless resource being able to find out information and what's relevant to people. And then of course YouTube is like modern day TV, okay? So that people can sit there and watch hours and hours of content. And so these networks, these platforms have people's attentions. They have a mega sphere of influence. There's people on their platform, right? While your business over here, okay, has its own sphere of influence. There's people, your customers, all right, you now have your own pocket of people that is your audience, your clients, your loyal buyers, the people that, are coming into your store or going to your website. That is your sphere of influence, okay? So the goal should be, how can we grow our sphere of influence, okay, by tapping in to these super platforms? And there's really three ways that you can do that, all right? And I'm explaining them to you right now. Right now, we know, all right, with almost 100% certainty, I will say 99% of your customers are on one of these super platforms out there, okay? And so the big idea is, how can we get their sphere of influence to come over, all right? How can we move people from this sphere of influence into our sphere of influence, okay? How can we grow as a brand, as a company, as a provider? How can we grow our sphere of influence? And there's really three channels. One, you can buy your way into here, okay, with advertising on Facebook, YouTube, Google, stuff like that. So one way is ads, and that lets us drop a piece of information that's right in front of our ideal prospect, our ideal customer, our ideal clients through paid advertising. All right. Another way that we can do that is earning it, and this is through like podcast interviews, SEO, basically content marketing. So that if we drop this stuff, there's podcasts, all right, that have their own little sphere of influences of loyal followers that you can tap into and move them from that channel into yours. Okay, and this takes time and effort. So if you have more time than money, you want to start earning it. And if you have more money than time, then you want to be buying advertising, all right, and leveraging systems, or it might be a combination of both, all right? Now, why would we do this? It's because we want to get to this third level, and that's owning our own audience, our own sphere of influence, okay? And let me tell you why. When you own it, that's exactly what Facebook, Google, and YouTube has done. They've built their sphere of influence on the internet. So now that Facebook has such a big sphere of influence and they own what they can deliver, what message they can deliver to the audience, all right, they charge a premium for that through their Facebook ads. Just like Google, you can buy a placement on Google ads on page one of Google, or you can earn it, get to page one of Google, so that you own the messaging, you own the platform. And that should be the idea for your sphere of influence. You want to own your own traffic. You want to grow your sphere of influence so big that you own it. And the way that you own it is through your emails, like an email list, or it might be through messenger marketing, or it might be through your distribution channels that you have, like your customer list. All right, you should have your own list, your own sphere of influence, a list of people that you can, on an instant, using different technologies, send out a message so that eventually people are buying, okay, advertisements to get to your list, okay? They're trying to work to get to your audience and your influence. And that, my friend, is the big idea that you want to be shooting for your business, is how can I increase my sphere of influence by tapping into these mega channels right here, all right? And my doodle's starting to get a little out of control here. How can I grow my sphere of influence to where I can tap into this? There's a 1 billion person audience in there, and I guarantee you inside of there, if you were to look and strategically find out where are the pockets of people on these platforms that you can use to channel into your sphere of influence, okay? And your sphere of influence is your website, is your follow-up, it's getting people in the door to your clinics, to your practices, to your storefronts. And that, my friend, is how in 2019 you can build a wildly, highly profitable business practice clinic and be able to grow it with ease and speed and control your life while minimizing your effort by leveraging these platforms. If you'd like to know more about how this is even possible, all right, if this is vibing with you, we have a complete video series that goes in the details on the different strategies and tactics you can use to start transitioning people off of these platforms and into your own sphere of influence. Go ahead, click over now, and I'll see you on the inside.